Hello everyone. Hello. Happy Friday. Hello. And first of all, I want to say I give up about saying that I'm going to finish this game anytime soon. Okay? I give up. Let's just accept the reality. I might never finish it. Okay, that's fine. Then we can continue our lives, and that's completely fine. So that's why the title is now I'm done with saying that I'm going to finish this game and putting it every time. Second of all, yesterday I streamed this Elysium and today I'm back again. As I said, I was not supposed to be here this evening. I was going to do something else, but then plans have changed and now I'm here. And you know what? That's fine. I was just saying, like, yesterday it was kind of like a cursed day for this Elysium. I don't know if the game was punishing me for playing on a Thursday, because like every fucking decision that I took in the game, I failed it. That was very strange. So I'm like, okay, let's see if today my luck is back. And Fridays were my Disco Elysium days, so maybe that's the thing, right? Another thing, by the way, I wanted to make sure. I want to see if someone can help me. I don't know. How are ads in my streams now? Because I was just thinking of trying to change them. I don't know. I know the pre-rolls are the best idea if you have like an intro or where you're not playing, but the problem is like normally I don't do that, so I don't know what is more annoying, to have pre-rolls or to have then just a few ads during the game. I wish I could disable ads, because to be honest, I don't care about like the 20 cents that I get or something per stream. Oh my god, my glasses are so fucking dirty. It's not really something that is going to impact my finances that much. Maybe, once a year I buy like a game with what I get from Twitch, so I'm like, who cares anyway. It's just mostly I want to get the less impact on new people that are in the streams, and it's mostly as well, the other thing is like for people that are recurrent coming here but they are not subscribers, and I understand, subscribing is quite a lot of money. You need to really like the person that is streaming, and I sometimes wish I wouldn't have made it to affiliate in a very weird way. Just because of the ads, to be honest. Jesus, that I'm so dirty, my glasses. I think I didn't clean them for like 3 days. So, I don't know. I want to experiment a little bit with my ads and see if, like, try to make the less impact, basically, for the streams. And I would like to get, like, maybe, like, some feedback. So, I don't know. If you want to write in a message, like a private message in Twitch, I'm fine with that. That's fine for me. If I don't know if it's open anyway for private messages, I never remembering why my glasses are so dirty, and they're still dirty. I'm trying to clean them. My god. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. I was playing the other day around a little bit with the ad things, and I'm trying to make them like only 30 seconds long, just to have the less impact. That's the minimum I can put, but I don't know, we can check. Anyway, very romantic kind of I thought I was Kim for a moment there. Very romantic, and or they could sub. Nah, I understand though. Hey, Folly, by the way. I understand. Subbing is a lot of money for some people. And I can understand that not everyone can. That's fine by me. You told me that I could open the door that I could like explore this island. I'm trying this thing. Can I explore? Is there anywhere I can go? Nope. Nope, here. I can understand, you know, the subs are a lot of money. Yeah, back to where all the emotional damage happened. Damn it. Yesterday was a very, very tough day. Okay. Let's go in then. That was like really breakup thing, and you know, it kind of remind me like it was quite realistic though, I have to say. You know? I mean, realistic in the way of how hard are breakups. And the conversation that they had, it was like, okay, yeah, this is like so many conversations that you know you have when you break up with someone, and so that was like really crazy. Very well written, I mean. Cable is bothering me. Okay. Okay, so this is where the breakup happened. I can't cross now. Wait, the breakup was my breakup, my here. Oh wait, the depot that supplied this chain is long gone from the coast. Yeah, try heading into the island. Okay. But try heading. But I can't go farther here. Am I crazy? What's this? Can I go there? Oh, wait. The pain in your pelvis makes you wince. Then you continue. Oh, here. Ah, I didn't see this. There you go. A weather artillery map showing coordinates in the Bay of Revachol. An old medicine cabinet newly stocked with druamine. Ooh. Ah, we have fuel. There you go. And what's this?
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab. Only
I'm
half
crying
covered
already.
by the crumbling
That
roof.
was so sad.
At the head of it,
Yeah.
double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
It's the music. The music is very sad.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Inspect the mattress.
A single-person mattress, modern,
So
civilian
they shot from
use.
there.
Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns.
Wow.
And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Pick one out of the can.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
Tio Mutiri.
Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Tio Moteri is favored by older men for its paper filter tips, sweet smell, and added tar.
Sweet smell. Tio Mutiri, like the ones we found at Lansen, remember?
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important.
Haha!
This means the same person could have visited both locations.
You see? Kim? I was right.
I didn't see any signs of smoking inside though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
Inspect the wall.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Yeah, there. Touch the concrete first, because I'm a toucher, okay? I touch everything in this game.
Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through the hole in the concrete.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out.
It's 10:30 in the night though. I don't know how I'm seeing shit.
A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins
Well,
look familiar.
I forgot to bring a tissue. My tissues are so far away. I don't know why I put them there. No idea. No idea what I would do those kind of things. There you go. Ah. Now I feel better. Oof, on the left.
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Gislain, 33A and 33B.
If there is something about this game, it's that it bothers me when they pronounce Guylaine. Also, because when I was living in France, I met a guy, in fact it was a brother of my ex-brother-in-law, that he was called Guylaine. And Guylaine is a feminine. So Guylaine, Guylaine. And it kind of bothered me when how they say Gislaine. I'm like, my ears! On the right.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the Whirling in Rags. Rue de Saint-Gislain.
Again.
10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two?
The box-shaped silhouette of the Whirling in Rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
Motherfucker. There you
What
go.
does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
More than that,
Kim, with a pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Yep.
cheek against the cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Kim, I could make it. I could make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
Booyah! No, that reminds me of Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman. Finally.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
6 people are dead. We could have prevented it.
Don't beat yourself up, officer.
Fuck! Why am
We did not put
Helping
guns
my
in their
morale.
hands or get them drunk.
He looks north over the fortification and that's... Let's heal my morale. Walking here? Ah, hoo-ha, yeah. Yeah, that was why he's saying hoo-ha. Like, it's been years that I don't watch that movie though.
The lieutenant pauses. Regret comes over him.
We will make up for it. Here. I feel it.
Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
He looks behind his back. In Martinez.
I have always assumed it's someone local.
He nods. Imagine if it's Garty. Imagine that Garty was in love with Classier. So then he shot the guy.
He feels uncomfortable suddenly.
We should move now.
Turn away. Ooh. Yes. Okay. Anything else? Nope. Okay, what did I get? So I got... There is still some fuel in this butter canister. A liter or two. The metal looks decades oil. The logo of the automotive manufacturer Loom. I think it was the dice maker lady. Oh. Yeah, no, but... There is one thing. Is that normally... Sorry, it has to be things that they had been like in plain sight. Right? That's the best crimes. Like the ones that they were just in plain sight. Okay, leave me alone. I don't like to see like little things. Sorry, I just ate and my stomach is a little bit crazy. I also went to a French restaurant today trying to get escargots that in fact are snails, but they didn't have them again. And I'm like a little bit annoyed because the second time that I go to that place and they don't have them. But the food was nice though. It was okay. I got sausages. Oh no, what am I doing? I need to go here. I got some sausages and then pommes frites, as the French say.
This old cylindrical generator waits with its fuel cap open. Makeshift electrical wiring runs out of its side and across the floor.
Pour fuel into the tank.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
Snails and frog? I didn't eat frogs. You know, I never ate frogs. The frog legs. Not even in Paris. I never tried them. Everyone says that it tastes like chicken, so I'm not that interested. But snails, yeah. When I arrived to France, like I went for a dinner with the family of my ex-brother-in-law, and they had snails, and I was just thinking, disgusting, disgusting. But then I thought, you know, now that I'm here, let's try them. The worst it can be, I don't like them. But then I tried them and I loved them. Because, in fact, it's funny, but first of all, the consistency is not bad at all. Because it's not, I thought it was going to be very chewy, but it's not. It's like quite good, like, you know, kind of like a sausage consistency. Frog legs taste like chicken, snail tail. No, they don't taste like snot. And this is the funny thing. So, the snails, because they make them with butter and parsley, it just tastes like butter and parsley meat. It's very funny. It's just, if you love parsley and butter, you are going to love snails. You have just to think that, yeah, I'm not eating the snail of the garden. But it's fine. Pull the rope.
The recoil start wakes the old
They taste quite
generator
good.
up.
I was
The machine
surprised,
sputters
and since
like an
then I've been a
old
really
horse
big fan.
Before settling down to a rattle.
So it's like a roast potato, kind of, but you know, more like a meat consistency. You know, it is like a little bit chewy, but I thought it was going to be worse. In fact, it's not. Yes, I cannot deal like with oysters. Oysters for me, first of all, yes, it is like snot because also it's so like, you know, cream. Yeah. And also oysters, they just taste like salt. Sea salt. And I'm like, why I want to eat sea salt? It's just like, you know what it tastes like? If you put like your head under the water in the sea and you just like drink. That's what it tastes. And I'm like, that's not even nice. So it's not even interesting. And even if they put like things, you know, sauce, like a sauce or something.
That should
there.
do it.
Yeah, let's go. So yeah, that is one thing that I will never try again, oysters. And also because the risk of eating oysters and getting like sick of your stomach is like really, really high. Like so many people eat like those kind of like oysters or like
A
mules.
dim golden
What do you
glow
call them in
animates
English?
the console. Faint,
And
like
then
a
you get
ghost
sick
light.
of your stomach.
Urgence ouvert reads one dial key.
Yeah, I'm going to
Allumé
click
reads
Urgence
another.
ouvert.
It's on. Turn emergency open.
I know.
Automatic boot.
Turn emergency open.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears,
Oyster
then
herpes.
widens as the light shines in.
No, it's just because it is really hard that it has to be like very fresh. And if it's not really fresh and well kept in the fridge or something, then it is very common that you just get sick of the stomach. But look, one time I was just, you know, someone was telling me, oh, but snails are disgusting. And I'm like, but do you eat, like, for example, shrimps? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, well, shrimps are like the insects of the sea. those kind of things are insects, but in the sea. So what the fuck is the difference with eating like a snail then? There's none.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
Yeah, me too.
After you.
I'm scared. Shrimps are also gross. No, they are so good. Especially the Argentinian ones in the Atlantic. They are so big, so juicy, that meat. So juicy. Yeah, the Argentinian ones are the best. What's there? Point to the door.
I don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke rises
I
from
have
the
the
charred
best
black
child.
fire pit. The wind picks up, then dies down again.
To be honest, all these things came for me when I was an adult. So I didn't eat all these things when I was a teenager, or even when my 20s. I started to eat like many other things, but before, oh my god. Let's go. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Okay. Do I have everything? Like, I have too much conceptualization. Can I change for something like physical? Esprit de corps, suggestion, drama, hand-eye coordination. You know what? Oh no, but that's a shirt. Oh well, I can do that. That would be good. Okay, hold my hand. I'm scared. I'm going to recharge my health just in case. Oh my god. What is in here? Oh. What's this? Oh, we are going down! Ah, okay. I thought that was going to be the end of the world or something. That's fine. We are fine! Down to hell. Kind of. I was getting like afraid of that. A rubber dinghy. It's deflated, broken. Oh. Small white flowers blossom all around you. Oh, so romantic. Take. Hello?
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before
This is the
him.
man.
He raises his black eyes,
fireman.
hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp.
Oh, he has cataracts. My mom did the surgery a few, like not even 2 months ago, a month and so ago. Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell 2 kids to put out their fire? 2 twins.
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around,
Does she have cyclop powers
trying
now?
to give up the position.
No, but it's funny because like when they did the surgery, they also did the laser surgery because you know she has the same issues as me, right? To see from far. And I didn't tell her, but then I was just looking at like some researches about like some type of laser surgery, and I found like the most scary shit ever. Like, you know, in United States now, like there is a kind of like a laser surgery that they were doing, and it's a small percentage, but there is people that end up like really with very bad side effects that they end up killing themselves. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like they end up with such a big depression, and I'm like, how that can happen? I went down the rabbit hole of reading all these things, and you know I was just thinking of doing the surgery myself, and now I'm fucking scared. I'm like, okay, you know, glasses, or you know, like a very 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 tiny probability of ended up like with a freaking big depression and blind or something. I think I keep the glasses though. I'm scared now. I'm scared.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
Dr. Internet needs to go back to school. But it's not. It was really like it was not even in the like it was a research, like a serious research. I'm like, what the fuck? It was there was also because like very recently there was a woman from the news in United States that she committed suicide after getting the surgery. So the case went up like really, you know, it went on the media and everything. So I was like, okay, this is very weird. Like basically, the people are saying that they don't feel like themselves anymore after doing the surgery. It's very strange. You retain your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
Okay. Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
Well, with fuel. I fueled the generator, then used the console.
I should have burned that console down.
How do you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
What rock and roll music? Oh, my music when I was with the radio. But that was no rock and roll. That was quite sad.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
Yeah, it was not rock and roll. It was sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic counter.
Wait, if I don't play the radio, the door is open?
Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie.
Well, no, sadness is a good state. You cannot be happy all the time. But well, now I'm curious. So if I wouldn't have played the radio, or is there is no way of not getting playing the radio? I don't remember.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
Nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Is that a Mel McGrave?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
Okay.
A samurai rifle. How did you get hold of one?
Kim is like, oh my god, I'm such a nerd.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
He pats the rifle.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
The Xin Yao commune?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the board.
His gaze turns inwards. Your weapon has stayed true to you. Mine has stayed true to me too, except the time that I left it pawned. But that's fine. Show him the gun in your hand.
Yes. I bet you've killed a lot of people with it. You fascist fuck.
I'm not fascist.
Have you come to make me one of them?
His grip on the rifle tightens.
We have come to ask you questions. Nothing more.
The lieutenant puts his hand on his holster. Whoa. Calm down, everyone. Calm down.
If you do not comply, we will take you in. Do you understand?
Calm down. Ugh. Another spitball lands in the ashes. That's all the answer he gives.
The danger levels here are hard to read. One moment he's a fire, the next a fire gone out.
Okay. I'm going to say, I'm with the police. You can keep the gun, but keep it down. Not one move.
No.
Oh, whoa. Kim? Calm the fuck down. He just has the rifle in their hand like this. Calm down, Kim. The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's head and says,
Put it down now, sir.
Kim, come down.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway.
He's a little bit nervous.
It's out of bullets.
The old man lays the rifle down carelessly, then looks at it lying there.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
Okay.
He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound. A strange sadness, like a song.
What did you say?
The future teaches you to be alone.
Okay.
The present.
The present?
The present to be afraid and cold.
The old man pulls back the hood of his plastic cape and looks up into the sky. It's blue-gray, the same color as the sea. How do I know? It's the fucking night. Those words, the future teach you.
Real music. Real brilliant cult.
Pretty cute.
That's La Révolutionnaire. Not your rock and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black and whites.
You need to address that remark.
I'm not a misanthropy. I'm a half-dead police officer who's just doing his job.
The job of a shitlicker.
What is La Révolutionnaire?
It is the anthem of the world revolution. One of 3. In Grad, they sang Brave Children, favorites of history. And in Sinyao, it was some Samaran shit, I guess.
Well, he's talking like I am bad, but he was from the military, for what I gather. He was like a soldier, so that was not even better. So, dude, huh? How does it go, the song?
How did it go?
He looks at his gun on the ground and shakes his head slowly.
Something about shooting rabbits. I don't know.
Well, he's a
Can't
revolutionary
remember.
soldier, though.
It doesn't
but
matter. It's gone now.
come on. In fact, that's so stupid to think like, just because I'm a revolutionary soldier, like, you know, the violence is justified. And I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. Whatever.
He waves erratically with his hand, annoyed that he can't remember. A little tremor passes through him.
I mean, he's throwing shade to me, but, you know, he should look at himself.
It was dear to him. He resents forgetting it.
Pick up the gun lying in the sun.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stopped and patched in places with tape and wire. Still warm from his parched hands. Not the metal. The metal is ice cold. This weapon has been modified several times.
Inspect it closer.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like
Kim.
a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
It's as he said, it's a triangong made in Xinjiao.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a triangle, too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
This uses jacketed ammunition, 446.
The right type and the right calibre.
The lieutenant nods, glancing at the gun.
He's liking this.
The rifle has been patched and modified several times.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. He just stares in front of him.
Stow the gun. Conclude.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. Some kind of involuntary response. Something is slightly off with his motorics. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
In time. Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, partisan and a prisoner of war. This is my terminus surrender.
His eyes turn to the reeds again, dead and dull.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? Your holdover from the...
He was from the ICM and then he deserted. I'm from the RCM and I'm almost about to desert.
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in '07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duty
I
in
need to sneeze.
08.
There you go.
I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
You've been on this island for 43 years? Thank you, Logic, because my brain wouldn't have done that fast.
No. I've been on other islands, too.
Okay.
I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
Okay, you said you deserted your unit?
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith?
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
What reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
Yes, we all have a tiny bourgeois person in us trying to run away.
He does not seemingly react to what you said.
He
Only
didn't like
his
what I
eyebrow
said,
moves a
but I
little.
was right. Jesus. Ah. Don't know what happened to my nose.
He does not believe a police officer is genuinely revolutionary.
Well, you can be though.
And this was... when?
The lieutenant instinctively looked to his notebook, but does not take it out.
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds, storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic?
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower,
He gestures toward it.
huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
He looks east.
A terrible shame still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
You didn't go to the map room.
Nah. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened at the ordnance all night, and the sound of the
Ordnance.
rotors in the morning, whirring.
He looks at the sky. What was that?
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too. Shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know.
What?
That the bourgeois are not human.
Well, human in which way? Like, anthropologically speaking, or spiritually speaking? That would be my question. Say nothing. Anyway, let him finish.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. They're walking lizards. Well, technically, I know that they're humans, but it's just in fact, I was just having the same conversation today with my friend. Like, I think it's like, some people are just so out of touch, so they don't understand the basic emotions of the rest of the people, the ones that struggle and everything. So it's a little bit different, It was a very long, and political conversation that I had today. What is this place, this island?
It's not an island, Dwat.
I'm not Dwight.
It's a defensive fortification
Why
of the
you fucking
commune
call
of
me Dwat?
Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
What was used for?
The
What was it
congenitally
used for, sorry?
deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
Even though, if you see the video of Zuckerberg eating a toast, then you kind of feel that really he's a lizard. That was so fucking weird. You mean the landing, retaking of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
First, I'm not one of them.
Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Deathblow?
Well, murderers. I know what you mean.
You don't know. You haven't seen it. Iblis,
Iblis?
the black-eyed angel.
Okay.
Shaitan Ahura, the darkened one.
How you have survived all this time?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Now hold on there.
Okay. Wait, my rhetoric is like, wait. That's a choice. I don't want to go to... What do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
He coughs once more, then put his hands on his belly.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
Oh, damn.
Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
I don't need to know that.
He does seem frail, gaunt for his age, more like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
Damn, this hits me.
TRCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
We have Druamine, another opioids, base painkillers. He must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
A light goes on his eye. He smacks his dry lips.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
You like the Druamine, don't you?
It's the little joys. The dark joke. A sunshiny day. Morphine.
This is a serious situation. You need to be looked over and we can do it.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
How have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of...
His eyes roll into his skull and back.
I don't even know what. Inferno?
I was going to say one of these two, but then you notice the lieutenant is about to say something.
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult, mentally, to live in isolation.
Let's leave Kim talked about this.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more and more each year. Ruins, glimmering in the dark, like a fucking merry-go-round.
And what do they want you, they want them to do? Like, people need to leave.
It's disgusting.
He looks down at his shoes. His face parts from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
Well, you need to move on eventually, you know? You need to fucking eat. How have you concealed yourself all these years?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequencies dead.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
He falls silent, his gaze fixed on the shacks huddled together across the water. Why don't you just walk there?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, laughing.
The weapons cache under St. Ghislaine 22B point to it, in the basement. Have you been there?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
They were.
Useless now. Rusted away.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
There's a small bunker under the Feld building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Kill themselves?
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
One more question. Do you smoke Timutiri cigarettes?
I do.
He coughs. Ever smoked them on the mainland? Point to the land's end.
They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
Tell me another thing.
An old man looks inland at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it, the new bâtiment twinkling in the evening sky.
You said this is your termless surrender?
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
No, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, we are the RCM. Let's leave it at that.
Let's. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste dans le Monde.
Le Parti Communiste.
Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
His hand shakes and he breaks into a coughing fit.
A spray of blood from his
Oh,
mouth
damn.
on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
So you're a communist soldier from the communist army?
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
But you said you were trained and assigned to the defense corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
Wait, what does a political commissar do?
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the commune.
The lieutenant says softly.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideology.
That means you're a trained communist, right?
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
What do I say? Look, I'm not a communist. I'm not a moralist. I'm not a revolutionary. Today the real revolutionizing is done by entrepreneurs. I don't agree with that. I'm not really into politics myself. In fact, that's me. But let's say nothing. He looks away to the sea and lets out a cough. Oh, okay. So I need to ask this. Again, you have been hiding here for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
That's the length of my entire life.
It's too long. It's not how a human being should live. But I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing during all this time?
This?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
He looks across the water.
Where evening comes, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, hydrogen streetlights switch on, casting black shadows. Further inland, the street grid appears dark. Unlit avenue after unlit avenue. The temperature is dropping. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41.
Autocumulus. Now I want to search what are autocumulus.
Always waiting.
What type of clouds are those? The old man turned his eyes from the shore and back to you. For what?
For her to return.
Dolores Day?
Her who?
Girl child.
Oh
Revolution.
no, okay. The fluffy type clouds, I think. Ah, but those are no cumulus nimbus, I thought. Girl child revolution.
Always.
I'm afraid she's gone.
The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world.
Altocumulus clouds
It's a
are small
farce.
mid-level layers of patches of clouds called cloudlets, which most commonly exist in the shape of rounded clumps. Okay. Cute! What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Lord Chick.
This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while.
But what?
This is what you live for. This is the shit.
The shit.
The great serotonin jackpot. The solution.
Oh! My moral hill. Oh, well.
Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those.
Okay.
No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
So you're saying you kill people after active fighting stopped?
What did I just say?
He keeps shaking his head erratically suddenly. He brushes something out of his eye.
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
Okay. I know you want to tell me. Have you killed anyone with that gun in the last week or two?
I don't want to tell you anything, you grotesque murderer.
And why did you think that was a good idea? Don't listen to me. I'm wrong all the time.
Thank you, suggestion. Why did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor Colonel?
The who now?
He leans in and cocks his hair.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part.
Okay, drama.
Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
I'm going to go say again, Sonny. I had to say this. The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the 9th of the March 4th.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
The lieutenant takes a sudden step toward him.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Damn.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession.
Okay.
The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener.
But I still couldn't investigate the gun.
The scent of blood in the air. But what else?
I would have liked to watch
There was
to look
something
at
you
it.
can't remember. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
Okay, we've done the ballistics. Point to the tower. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
I did.
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession.
The lieutenant softened his voice.
You've been here a long time, Mr. Dras. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
What does it say now? You need at least 3 examples of proof to show that you have him anyway. Okay, there is a little point in his resistance. Oh.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
You said fascists. You're admitting you kill him?
You're sad for your fascia brother,
No.
aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
He waves his hands. There's a twitch, then one in his right eye.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
I don't need your cooperation. I got this. Show him the Triangon 446.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn. He saw you. He's watched it happen.
Damn.
He would have a good view of the tribunal from here.
So
It's not just empty boasting.
he saw me, like, shooting what he calls the fascists. And now he's still saying that I'm against and trying to collaborate with the fascists? That doesn't make fucking sense.
So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Yeah, stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon. Point to it.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
The lieutenant looks at the weapon demonstratively. Dramatically ask, do you think we have the murder weapon?
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
I'm calling it. We have the murder weapon.
Good.
Okay. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and draws a single line. Wait, so the only thing that I'm going to miss is fucking the armor pieces, because I don't think I can find that.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Wait, Kim. Calm down.
Murder.
The old man does not say more. He just glances into the reeds and then twitches once more.
This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more.
Okay, you're a communist. I talked to the dead man. He told me communism. He killed him.
Stupid twat.
He scoffs.
The lieutenant looks at you with worry in his eyes.
I'm going to say this. You fuck with the wrong police officers. I have paranatural abilities.
Nature does not behave in a paranatural manner. Aberrant bourgeois musings, magic earl creatures, and esoteric sensations. It's all crypto-fascism.
Well, cryptocurrency is crypto-fascism?
Your brain is rotting from the radio waves.
Let's blame the radio now. He looks at the air, then turns to the lieutenant. Thank God the internet didn't exist in this game.
He does not answer the provocation. It does not look like he thinks this approach worked.
Look.
Yeah, this just did nothing.
Okay, I had to try.
But still, somehow you knew it was a communist.
How?
Perhaps you suspected it before you took the case. The vision was you remembering that.
But this did nothing.
Was it supposed to?
I will look deeper then.
The inland sea is dark, vast, and on the surface, meaningless.
Turn back to him.
Standing there, slack-jawed, brain festering.
Okay, come on. What am I forgetting? Hit yourself on the side of the head. Come on!
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Oh, yes.
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war.
Also, wait. Did it say that the island was covered with white flowers?
Nowhere else, nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this spring. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now they're gonna come up.
Of course. Thank you, Head. Thank you.
You got it. Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul.
Okay.
Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
I wonder what brand of boots you're wearing.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa? Some shit.
Oh, for sure, he's very smelly, though.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Taras.
Fucking imbecile.
The old man stretches out his leg. A black and white spiral pattern covers the sole of the worn-out old running shoes on his feet.
The maker is called Sansarique, and the size is 42 to 44.
Okay.
These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the sole.
Okay. Wait, maybe it's simpler than that.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Thank you, drama. Okay. The curse is lifted. People change shoes. It doesn't mean you weren't there, near the room the victim died in, sneaking around.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance. You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
There were Maybells behind the victim's window. Show him the dried flower.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else in Martinez, only here.
They blossom on the islets before. We fertilized them with our blood.
Ew.
Resurrection was snow white in May, before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
He likes to say the word bourgeois.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected all these years. Do you know any secret paths? Pinball workshops?
I may.
A curious tremor passes his face. A young woman called Glacier. Ring any bells? These dry flowers were behind her window.
Glacier.
You know her, right? She had intimate relationships with the victim, the mercenary.
With the victim.
He turned his sight from the whitening field of flowers and falls silent. Then the muscles in his jaw twitch, a spasm.
There is a small tremble, looks like a smile, a crooked smile, yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer, armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer, dripping with blood.
Yeah, he was a killer, but he was still under the protection of the law.
Beating us to the ground, moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
He breathes through flared nostrils.
This is it. Shot him, shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Okay. Okay, rhetoric. So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity.
Oh, the humanity!
One paramilitary less in Revachol.
There was a YouTuber that always did that. Oh, the humanity! You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eye. His fists began to tremble from the anger. Oh, the humanity!
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you,
Why?
while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
Okay, hold your breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
That's a little bit disgusting. He was kind of like masturbating while watching or something. He begins to smile.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
The lieutenant asks after a second of silence.
Yes.
A single word is all he gives.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The lieutenant takes out his notebook slowly, very slowly.
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
He shrugs and then smacks his lips.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from. You can coax it out of him. The lieutenant's preparing the ground.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
He cocks his head to the sides, then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lower in intensity.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
Helps him see all the shit.
Oh, I clicked twice. I don't know why. Sorry, I click continue too fast. A rifle scope has the best magnification, he said, okay? Okay, help him see all the shit.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
If it's part of the shit you see.
Then you pull the trigger?
Twitchy mouse finger, yeah?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
Damn.
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types never do. Exploit it. You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
Okay. What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them fucking. I didn't like that.
So you were jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing.
Damn.
That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
He wants to see her covered in blood.
Oh.
To punish her.
How long have you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have a skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She
When
couldn't
she
see
carried
me,
a passport,
but
no?
I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
This is the hidden boy she told you about. Did you look into it?
After she was gone,
He nods.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
no. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I'd put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
You saw her name on the passport, but before, when I said her name is Clausia, you didn't seem to recognize it.
It didn't say Clausia in there.
Oh. What did it say her name was in the passport?
It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I only remember her face on the photo.
Are you sure? We checked the submersible. There was nothing there.
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration of the nervous system.
Okay, moving on. Did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over, black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook, on the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the
Wait, the
bagman
cloaca, he
and
says.
arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you.
Baby, you got a face like an archipelago. Thanks. Well, like a face like an archipelago means that he has a lot of marks, right? So he has like islands. I suppose. Like, I was reading Reddit, like a guy was like, he posted like a screenshot, like a woman told him something like, you have an amazing bone structure. That was the first comment that she wrote on on a dating profile. So for matching in like Tinder or something. He asked like there on Tinder on Reddit like, if was this a compliment? What should I say? I was like, that's a very weird thing to say to someone. You have such an amazing bone structure. And okay.
The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
And you could see her bruises through the scope of a rifle.
You can't see bruises through a scope.
To the
It's just
woman
a
alone.
blur.
He shook his silver grey head. Ooh. Oh, he was looking at her from the peephole. I forgot about the peephole. Okay, if I fail this 97%, I quit.
It quickly comes to you.
The bruises on her body. Any chance to see them through a hole in a wall?
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating.
Ew!
Did you make that hole?
Disgusting.
With a clip point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Masturbating with a knife. Look. Whatever rocks your boat. Ever see her through a window on a roof?
Like that, too. Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
You've been through the secret route behind the whirling rags. Those were your footprints there. You just changed your shoes. Move on.
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
And that too.
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
He keeps shaking his head.
Those two took the cake.
Wow.
You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance at you.
What should I write here?
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time.
Oh.
The kitchen's empty.
And me, it took me so fucking long to get in.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
He points toward the whirling rags. You wanted to punish her, so you kill him.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
I don't want to know. Men are insane! I don't want to say that, but I won't. Say nothing.
The old man raises his gaze. Something glimmers in the corner of his black eye. A bitter taste on his tongue.
Ew. You had feelings for that woman.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this.
I wouldn't say feelings.
It's not enough.
He was just aroused.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. It helps if you have your eye on something there. Something pretty. It's weakness, I know.
There have been others? He had one feeling, yeah.
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Was that why you left the dry flowers behind her window?
No.
He starts to shake his head again, a sunflower on a withered stalk. Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of our room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
Oh, when was this?
The day after I killed him.
And you broke her Maeve bells.
Yes. I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
You wanted to console her.
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
He wipes his eye.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes, then nods at you once more.
He's like, good job. So in conclusion, it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
He repeats, staring at the ashes, then the reeds. There's a twitch in the corner of his eye. So it was really like killed by love and communism. Okay.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Okay.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
What I'm going to say? I'm going to say this. She got away, but she let us hear first. She figured out someone was watching her from the seaford.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew.
He sighed.
She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lucerne Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft.
Look north.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city she's leaving, for another, far south. Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it, a dark strip of ruins, barely visible if she didn't squint her eyes. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? You could get more out of him. He likes talking.
Well, he's dying, so he doesn't care.
Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Well, wait. Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back. The familiar put-put-put of hatred.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house, stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries.
He points inland.
Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Let him finish. Do not interrupt.
Not since the serfs
Anyway,
of ancient
doesn't need.
Halicarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
Hey, I don't like them, those. He keeps shaking his head with sorrow for the sight he missed. Not.
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Coyamorang, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Say nothing.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children.
Ew.
Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead.
Just nod.
We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores.
What follows is ominous mumbling. You cannot make out a single word.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. There was something about the statue and nihilistic advertising agency people might be worth investigating.
There was something about the statue in the roundabout and syphilis?
Syphilis is a disease Philippe III contracted in a whorehouse. The statue is an abomination.
Abomination.
The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander trillions on sparkling wine, cocainum, and monuments of himself. His son, Philip IV, the insane, contracted syphilis in the womb.
Oh, Jesus. He breathes in with a whiz of hatred.
That is technically possible, although Philippe III was not actually syphilitic. He was just mad.
Okay, Encyclopedia. Thanks.
And he still went on to govern Revachol for 25 years. We lost 2 million lives toppling that mode of government. And those grotesque statues too. Hundreds of them.
But he's still there.
What a keen remark. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's still there. Do you know why?
I'm going to say because the king is holy and his statues are indestructible, but mean it ironically.
No. Cynical design cockroaches like you erected a new, ironic version of it. We tore it down
Well-
with honest, working-class plastic explosives. But there it is again, grinning.
Can I say, I took down the head now of the horse. He shake his head in disgust.
Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's
Just
an
saying.
affront to humanity. Every gallery should be bulldozed, and the artists should all be given 30 years of hard labor in Yekokata.
I don't know if I'm warm, but at the same time I'm cold. I don't know what the fuck is happening to me today. I'm all the like the weathers at the same time, for whatever reason. Okay.
Wait, the bullet hole in Philippe's heart. The statue had been shot.
Oh,
That was him.
that was him.
It had to be. He's already proven capable of taking a far more complicated shot from here.
It was you. You shot the statue. There was a bullet hole in his heart.
I did. A needless, sentimental gesture. I should have spared the bullet for a deformed monster of liberal capitalism. Shameful, really.
Oh, my hair is bothering me.
Yes, shameful. So many others to punish over the years. Isn't that right, detective?
He turns to you. That's it for the statue then. Tell me, Mr. Dross.
The fat union man let them put it there. Corrupt as he is. Probably got a fat check for it too. Shared with the law.
Oh, dude. This dude complains about fucking everyone.
Accusations of corruption. Push them aside with a sharp change of topic, officer. Put the heat on him.
Stop authority.
He keeps having opinions about the union's leadership.
You mentioned the union is social democratic and Mr. Clare a farce of a social democrat.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the union's top brass.
Who's a disappointment? Evrard Clare?
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation.
Okay.
The smart one.
Edgar.
You mean Edgar, Evrard's brother?
He talks a big game about uprising and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's alienation this and hegemony that.
You talked to Edgar?
First against the wall with him.
He's still poking at the ashes now. Just shake his head.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
Have you approached them?
I haven't approached anyone. I hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains.
He points to the path leading to the tower.
Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out.
No, he didn't.
I was right about one of those things.
When was this?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
Oh, okay, interesting.
That's around the time the Clears came to power.
What did you talk about?
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marzoff. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzoff. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
And he let you be here.
Let me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
Mr. Dross, did you kill the criminal mercenary for the Clares to incite a riot?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat.
I know, I don't know why I'm asking this, but it was
That's to
just a
Edgar.
thing to continue
I'm not
conversation.
doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
He coughed.
Okay, he didn't do the hang the man for them. But he's insinuating something.
No, we know who did. Disco Horse?
Horse.
It's so he says, even that word has to be pushed through his teeth with great force. The rage seethes too hard. Okay. By the cock parading in his colorful uniform, you mean René?
Every fucking morning. For 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always
Oh,
loathed that.
René.
That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A Patank maniac race traitor.
Just nod.
I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him personally, his make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That one.
With his shaky finger, he points to the city towards the crater near the plaza where a lonely pine tree stands.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
There's no one there.
Fat and plump. Like a pheasant.
He doesn't listen to me.
Just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross. Shoot me.
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
You would like to kill him?
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bonbon melt in my mouth.
Save the treat for later?
The lieutenant asked cheerfully.
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, René. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel
He lets out a wistful sigh.
better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one. For him. Haven't seen him around lately, strutting around. Must be down with arthritis. I hope it hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood.
Hearing it may destabilize him. You sure you've gotten everything from him?
I'm going to tell him. I'm going to say it. René's dead. He died of old age a couple of days ago.
No,
Yes.
I waited too long. I waited too long and now he's dead?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
I don't think he's sorry, Kim.
They're all dead now. Fuck it.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done. There must have been 1,000 black days on these islands. His health ailing.
You had 1,000 chances to kill him.
And I blew them all. What does it matter now? He's gone. Ancient dust.
You care about him?
All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode.
No.
Now, God damn this world.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Thank you. The old commoner says, staring at the ground, seemingly to the island you're on. Are you okay, Mr. Dross, to go on?
You think I haven't seen people die? It's all I've seen them do. Fuck and die. All the other plans we had. To love. To colonize the Pale. It's all fucked.
He's not okay. This is just another black day in a row of black days. Something strange is keeping him together, making him endure.
Okay. What was the deal between him and Edgard? 83%. Come on. I can do it, right?
The connection comes to you like a
Fridays.
splash of cold water. Dark, cold water.
20 years ago, when you met Edgar, the Clares didn't run the Union yet, did they? A sputter from the old man.
He acknowledges it. Here we go. A twist behind the dark bend.
Who did?
That bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation. And money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
His eyes glistened suddenly with hatred.
Bordering on sentimentality, it drips out of him, tempered by something familiar to you. A familiar rage.
Never stream on Thursday again, I know. I swear. She was also a woman, wasn't she? Like that classy.
She was. And she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara Muskova bag over her shoulder that she liked to bring to work.
I'm going to blame my friend. It's his fault. I was supposed to do it only today. And then she just disappeared.
Called in, they say. On the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
Okay, he brought me a gift though today. So, it compensates a little bit. He squints and smiles at the black logs.
No, that's not quite it, is it?
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not.
You could swear you see the embers glow again under his eyes on the dust. Edgar had someone make the call. Why is that, Mr. Dross?
She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is, the bend in the river.
Why?
Because she was dead.
Just say nothing.
Okay, say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled? Hard to say. It was a sloppy job. And a moving target. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins were black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm. She tried to cross the canal.
Okay.
Heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her, and the ruins.
It was you. Make a motion like shooting a rifle, or I'm going to say you shot her. You shot her. Dressed in yellow like a yellow bag. Did he kill Big Bird? Well, Big Bird is he not gone? It's been a while that I don't see him. Wait a minute. Maybe he's dead then. Damn it.
Someone shot her. Or maybe the cow just fell. My memory is full of holes. All I know is...
Another big spike of rage. Different from the one he has for her.
nothing changed. Not in the material base, not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The
Where
Union
is he,
fizzled,
Big Birdo?
sogged. Nothing came of it.
Now that I
Nothing.
think about it. Let me check. Is Big Bird still alive? No, I have doubts. Big Bird. It says still is a character. First appearance. It's 8 feet. Wait, how is that in... Is that how tall he is? He's really a big bird. I didn't even think about it. Is Big Bird dead? I'm going to search. Ah, it's just because the person that played Big Bird is dead. In 2019, by the way. The actor and puppeteer who portrayed Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch on Sesame Street over 5 decades died suddenly at the age of 85. It's so weird when you search because it says like the Google search says, how old was Big Bird when he died? 85. Why is Big Bird no longer on Sesame Street? Okay. Oh, it's because yeah, because the actress was very tired of doing it. Obviously, she was really old. Okay, yeah, you see, Big Bird is dead. There you go. Now you know.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal.
A spotter again, nothing more.
If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk.
The lieutenant says in a voice even calmer, as if it were nothing at all.
We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
Kim, he's fucking dying of cancer. Do you think that he cares?
A degenerate worker state. Go shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away here, in a moral intern cell. I will not testify to anything.
But you did do it.
I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist. I've heard it on Channel 8, 40 AM, Radio Revachol, late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all
secret
already
task.
locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled.
What happened to the previous forewoman? He looks to the city.
The same old freezing hatred.
I'm glad we talk about this now.
Glad we talked about what?
Another erotic gesture. He's trembling. Okay. What if I put some points in composure? How much anyway I have, like... I want to put some. How much I have composure? Okay. I have so many points anyway. I only have the fine and the armor pieces and I don't think I will be able to do it. I don't think so. Because I read something. I kind of like spoil myself about it. Okay. Let's try. Let's pray.
For a 60-year-old
Damn!
man with stomach trouble who spent
You
his
have to
entire
believe,
life
no.
alone on an uninhabited island, he seems surprisingly fit.
That's it? Squint at him.
He's clearly a drug user of the painkiller sort, prone to erratic hand gestures, and malnourished. But that's it. The moment passes, and you say,
Wait.
I ain't going anywhere.
That's it for now. I'm going to try again. What I needed? Wait, what did I get? Oh, the rifle. The bolt-action 4.46 caliber Triangong is a poor man's sniper rifle. While not the most reliable of firearms, it is relatively precise due to a very manageable recoil, thus allowing the shooter to take multiple consecutive shots fast. Its particular piece is missing a scope, though. Huh. So how did he shoot without the scope? What was it that I need? Composure, right? Let's level it up again. Okay, let's try it.
The old man stares despondently at
Stop.
the logs. It's like he's forgotten you're there.
Okay. I want to try again.
What
Yes!
strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. It's precisely what you could not see before. For a man who spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild.
He's surprisingly okay.
Indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
Animated? By what?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile.
Mr. Dross, are you okay? How is your memory?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There it is again, erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course.
Okay,
His lip
this
curls.
is not
Glad
working.
we
Okay,
talked
so
about
then,
what?
Joseph Lilianovich Dross, you are under arrest for the murder of the Colonel here in Martinez.
What?
The old man's
But you
eye
said I would
filled
be
with
taken to the-
sudden interest to see the scene at night. Yes! And also, it's just almost 2 in the morning. I'm going to fall asleep in here. I will have taken to the...
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's
Oh,
been
hello,
exhibiting.
by the way. New experience. Hello, Chase still.
The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Can I fall asleep in this game? Is it like Stardew Valley that at 2 a.m. you just fall asleep or something?
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand?
He doesn't.
Do you understand?
But
Kim, he's afraid.
no, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
Okay. So the clock pauses at 2 a.m. and you continue doing whatever remains available that day. Ah, interesting. Thank God it's not like Stardew Valley. How many times I pass out? He looks at the reeds, eyes submerged in growing terror.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
The clock does what?
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
First say, does he have a room for 3?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here. But
Fully all the time when you were playing and thinking like, oh my God, it's 1:50, I need to run to bed or something.
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
Who watches him there while I'm coming back for you?
you come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
Hey,
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
maybe I can just ask that net picker to watch him?
This is no harmless old man.
He didn't shake his head, that's true.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
Oh? Conceptualization? Hello? Below the confusion and rage, a feat of jamais vu like yours, the thought passes more pressing matters take his place.
No, listen. Listen now.
What? Jamais vu. It cannot be retrieved. Wait. Perception. Can I put a point in perception? 58% is not enough. And I don't give a fuck. I have 2 points. I need more points. What is my perception? I'm blind! Ah, here. I'm going to use a point. Okay. Let's pray.
There
Yes.
it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it,
What?
something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
What the fuck?
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Shush, Kim, do you hear that?
What?
What are you talking about? Is this?
The old man's
Really?
voice drums in a
Us?
sudden gust of wind. Really us?
Your skin crawls.
What's happening? Someone is shooting me. What the fuck? This is why nighttime version is intro. Oh! What the fuck is that?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
What is that? Point to it.
What are you talking about?
The phasmid! Is that the phasmid? I found it! No! Here it comes! Oh! I thought I couldn't find it anymore! I was crying all this time! The giant stick insect!
There's nothing there.
He looks confused. There is! There! I see it!
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It
Look at the
looks
image.
straight at you, with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head.
Oh!
You feel your legs shaking under you, and your gun hand rise instinctively.
There is! I see it!
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim, can you see it? And yeah, now it makes sense. In the night it's even better, right? Because it's kind of like, you know, imagine that you see something in the dark and everyone else is like, what the fuck are you seeing? Oh, there it is.
I can see it.
Oh, Kim can see it.
4 simple words, thank God. If you can see, then you're not insane.
Oh, damn it.
But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
But wait, the traps were not big enough for this thing. Like they wouldn't have worked.
Be very, very careful.
Oh, I cannot believe it. The lieutenant whispered and take a step toward the giant arthropod. Oh, inspect the phasmid. Okay. Oh, wow. There it is. Slowly,
The
slowly.
creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
I put the pheromone. Oh, wait. What do I do? Do I already approach it or listen carefully? I have so many points. I want to go for it. Yeah, I want to go for it. 97%. Like, come on.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals.
I remember about doing like the pheromone things, and so it made like a big difference. Wow.
Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Oh, it's so cute. Investigate the insect until it's no longer there. Okay. Raise your hand slowly.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect
The
motion.
guy could have like
Easily,
run away at the
the
meantime.
world stands still around you.
We are not even looking at him. We don't fucking care. It's like, oh, the phasmid.
Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid.
Okay, put your hand down.
The invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you, moving in tandem on either side of the insect's small head.
Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be
Should I
some
risk my
kind of
life?
foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Stand on your tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish. The faintest smell like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
Kim, it's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
Okay. The lieutenant watches you apprehensively. It's peeing. No, it's like a cat. You know, when they get too excited, they start like salivating.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel,
Ooh.
as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one,
Okay. Get out.
letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
Oh, spoke to the hangman. That gave me to 1 point. Did not give up on phasmid. Should I take a picture? I don't have the voting thing. It didn't work anymore. Should I take a picture? Like, does it like do anything? I'm afraid it's going to scare it or something. Also, how they can take a picture in the night anyway? Does it have any impact taking the picture? I'm curious. I don't want to ruin it now that I came all the way here. No, yes. Should I? Would I? I'm afraid. Okay, do I risk it? 4 first? Okay. Tell me, what are you doing?
I exist.
Okay. What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
It's crushing when players don't get to talk to the phasmid, really.
It may have unknown dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
Oh. Well, I can imagine if you don't believe in the phasmid and then you are like, oh, these old people are fucking nuts, like Kim was saying, then you don't talk to the phasmid, right? And I suppose, yeah, it's very sad.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me.
I'm going to point them. My flashlight there.
I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Revershaw, district of Martinez, March 51.
I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
Fire burning.
Fire? Where?
Inside.
I do not have fire inside me. In me, there is not even blood, but lymph, like sap from a wine palm. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never burn.
You're the type of animal I would like to be.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Why do you ask?
Sometimes, when molting, I regrow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced a missing antenna.
That's cool.
No, the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
You don't have a foot there now.
Yes. Thankfully someone ate it. The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again.
That's cute though. I mean, it reminds me of the axolotl. I am a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
The killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration.
You are destroying him.
Very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
Is this a dream? What is happening?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Where does it come from? All this, around us, the world.
Not even the birds know that. Not even a water lily.
Then all we can do is beat our fist against it, day after day, with no answer.
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum.
Yum
Or
yum.
read.
It's so cute how you say yum yum.
Wait, so
So you look like a reed and you eat reeds?
Yes, they don't mind.
Have you accidentally eaten another reed phasmid?
Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time.
Oh,
It was an accident.
are you poisonous?
Yes, I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry, It is only destructive over long periods of time.
The deserter. He's been here for a long time.
That's why he's sick. The fast meat gave him cancer. That's insane.
No, you are.
Oh,
The
thank you.
moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile simian nerve system, ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Wait, what is the pale?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of power. Did Joyce explain the pale to you? Oh, damn, I don't remember, but I remember yesterday we heard about the pale and Harry was wondering, what is the pale? No, I don't think I asked about... Oh, did I? It was so long ago. I did so many parts of this game. What was the pale then? Like a part of falling. The Irish, they're the pale. A part of that. Oi! No one remembers before you. What are the pale in here? Now I need to search. What is the pale? It's kind of like quantum foam between the isolas. Oh. Okay. The pale. Disco Elysium. It's a phenomenon present in Disco Elysium. Okay. Wait, it's very long, the article. Space math, yeah. Okay, the tissue... Okay, the world of Elysium is distinct that is not a single contiguous landmass, but consists of vast continents of matter, isolas, surrounded by separative tissue. The tissue is called the pale, and is the most dominant geological feature of the world. The intersolary mass at a ratio of 2 to 1 to matter. Okay. But dangerous. I'm pleased that you know that is also Ireland. Well, at least an isola, no? It's traversable, okay, but dangerous. Interesting. I don't have that kind of power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Also, it's expanding, and I think the 2mm hole in the church, yeah, and elsewhere are new expanding pieces of pale. Oh, okay. That's a good theory. It's cool. And that's when it was destroying everything.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Okay, there are multiple apocalyptic stress possibilities, yeah. I don't know why I thought about the new sea that is forming in Africa for whatever reason. Okay, words how?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
Oh, please don't blink, and now I want to blink. I always thought this way.
No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation.
Okay. I have already forgotten the whole world once when I drank too much.
So it is already happening. Soon,
The new
one
one in
of you
Africa?
will close
Yeah.
your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Yeah, in the south of Africa, it's like there is like the earth is like coming apart, and like obviously it won't be like very it won't, I don't know when it will be, like they said, obviously hundreds of years, but there is like a new sea forming in there, new ocean. New ocean could form in Africa as continent continues to split apart. Wednesday. It says the 35-mile long split, known as the East African Rift, formed in 2005, but any development into the new ocean will take around, 5 to 10 million years. So it will take a while. End of distracting you, sorry. No, it's not distracting. It's the game is making me think about that. Because I started to think about splitting things and the thing that forms in the middle, so... yeah. Africa is splitting in two. Okay, next Wednesday. Next Wednesday what? Like... undermining the scene's emotional health. No, it's fine. Okay, Kim! Am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
Oh, okay, he whispered. Then I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
No, I told you what it's about. Our fate.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
Kim is like, you're fucking nuts, dude. Can you step away from this thing? Can we go for the scientific part of taking a picture and get the fuck out? I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
Ooh. Of all the creatures I've met, you are the most beautiful.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For all mankind.
What woman?
You cannot lie to me. Behind you is now so fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence. And it.
I was going to say I will try or I can't. But you know what? I'm going to say I will.
She was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Okay, Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
With a slow ring of metal, the lieutenant slides the lens open and raises it to eye level.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its
So
bright
beautiful.
light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
Aww. I cannot believe that I found the phasmid. That was my dream. I went to check those fucking traps so many times. I feel a little bit like... well,
The sweat
I'm fine,
on your
I'm fine.
palms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well, in the shadow of this great statue of chitinous marble.
Ooh.
I got it.
You hear the lieutenant whisper as the creature's shape develops onto photo paper in his hand. A polychrome ghost of white streaks against the reeds and the sky. It was nighttime though, so this picture is not very realistic, but... and you as a shadow before it. Ooh, do I pet it? I'm going to pet it. Whatever. Slowly reach out and touch the creature's whisker.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand
Pet the
shaking,
dog.
you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into
Chitin,
a spiral,
okay.
like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish.
Yeah, and there you can see that it's foaming.
It is surprisingly delicate, the
Okay.
curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet.
Ew.
Looks like someone's got hurt in a fight. This antennae is much smaller than the other one.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Look at your finger.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen.
I'm not going to lick my finger. Carefully pet its side-like forearm.
The limb before you is incredibly
Why
light.
am I going to
Like
lick my
eggshell.
finger?
It's much lighter than a reed.
Oh,
You feel a soft push could tip the creature over.
lick
Its
it!
hollow exoskeleton collapsing.
Damn!
Warning!
Oh. Lick the weird thing. No, I can't anymore. But I'm going to run your hand up the slender limb higher.
A small shudder passes the creature's arm. High above you, its black pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system. There is some kind of countdown happening as it slowly processes the overwhelming brightness of the signal. The invertebrate is regaining control.
Uh-oh.
Here, within the smooth white inner part of its limb, you sense something very intimate. Thoughts.
Falcon punch incoming. Lieutenant, it's thinking with its limbs.
The nervous system could be spread out like that, over the extremities, like a cuttlefish.
I want to share with Kim.
Or a rhyocinta.
Okay, I
an
can lick my
occidental
finger
leaf
now.
insect with its brain stored in 4 leaf-like extensions. Or a mimicry octopus with its intelligent tentacles.
Okay, I'm going to lick my finger. There you go.
It tastes like sugar,
Oh,
very faint. The anthropod towers above you, tufts of reeds pointing from limb and head alike. Odorless, mostly comprised of water.
oh, okay. Oof, I thought it was fucking poison. We got it. Back off.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying,
It's made of sugar.
praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
Eat it. No, I'm going to disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements.
Even though, you know, I
stepping
talked today
on the
about
water,
eating snails,
the
so...
long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
It's getting away. Bye. Oh, I cannot believe it. I met the phasmid.
And just like that, it's gone.
Yeah, the guy.
Skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping
Are you
stone,
still there, angry old
leaving
man?
nothing but circles on the water.
Why he didn't run?
And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
The helmet? Did I get the helmet?
It's gone.
The lieutenant looks north with his hands raised to his brow. It can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Finally, Kim is believing in magic. This is beautiful. He was always one of those people that they don't believe things until they see them. He doesn't have, you know, like, how can I say that, like, incredulity in him. And now, finally believes it. I'm like, ah. What's that in the reeds?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
What now?
The old man behind you repeats suddenly. Coldly rational empiricists. Yes, exactly. He was like, you know, I am kind of like that as well, especially with religion or things like that. It's hard, but still you have to believe in magic a little bit. He put his hand into the ashes, dirty and black.
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
This dude is like, what the fuck?
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Wow. Phasmid's gone. Check up on the deserter now. Wait. No. What is this? Yes! Aha! Damn it! That took me so long! I said that I wanted to do this. You just had to believe. Yeah, I was just thinking, oh, I'm almost at the end of the game. I'm not going to get it. And now, head as battering ram. This monstrous looking bug-eyed ceramic helmet was in the Phasmid's nest. It still has some reeds sticking out of it, and it smells of seawater. But it's otherwise wearable, if not exactly comfortable. Putting on feels scary somehow. What if I wear it now? Damn! What?
Brother, you've managed to collect all the armor pieces.
Yes.
Too bad it's too late for the big showdown.
Damn, true. At least my collector's input has been satisfied. Oh my god, this is really me. It's like me, I'm just a collector. Like, it's crazy. Like, when I start a collection, I cannot stop. Even though I try myself. The money is only the thing that stops me.
Indeed, you found it all. Now your mortal
Yes.
coil is completely protected. Few cops are this futuristic.
At least now I'm truly invincible. Damn it! What is this? Oh. Wait a minute. A common 30mm sniper scope attachable to almost any bolt action 4.46 caliber. It uses an older style non-dotted range-finding reticle. Seaweed is still stuck on the lens and it suffered water damage from its time in the Phasmid Dowry. Ooh. Okay. Damn. What's this? Oh, the purple of Glacier. Wow. I found everything. This freaking Phasmoid had everything. This will travel passport with Visa's stamp in it is issued by the Republic of Oranje. You found it in the Phasmid's net on the island. You can open it for more details.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents. From the MT boy.
Look at the photo.
It's Klasia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow.
What was this doing in the Phasmid's nest?
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or...
I think the Phasmid took it.
Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual.
No.
I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod.
It says Katarzyna Alazie.
She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be her real name, where Klasia comes from. Remember? God damn it.
Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be her real name. She lied to us.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now.
The lieutenant smiles. What's her real name then?
I don't know. But it's not Katarzyna Alazie, or Klasia, or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective.
I wonder what happens if you're trying to detain her then.
Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
The winds are silent. The streets are empty of her. She is no longer in the city of Revachol.
Put the passport away. Cool. Okay. Let's go and check the old man.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how could you not see the Phasmid?
See.
He stares at the reeds and falls silent.
Mr. Dras?
The man does not respond.
Uh-oh.
He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking.
Wave your hand in front of his eyes.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dras?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What has happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
I think it's a Phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Yeah. I think the Phasmid was stopping the man because the Phasmid knew that he was a killer.
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
Do I say it? I talked to the Phasmid. It said it's destroying him.
You should be more careful, detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you?
Maybe. Anyway, it's only trying to remain unseen. The degradation is a side effect.
A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching unknown species in the future, detective.
But I had a conversation with it, Kim, and it was nice. It was very cool. Very cool Phasmid, don't worry. He couldn't see it, Kim. It's just a read for him.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dras,
He touches the man's shoulder.
No response.
Maybe this is how the Phasmid has stayed hidden all these years?
then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
Yes, you forget it's there.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Dras, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds?
The old man stutters.
The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse.
Before, when I evaluated his state, he seemed strangely animated.
He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse.
Perhaps this animation is induced by something in the Phasmid?
It does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall.
He takes off his glasses and cleans them. When he puts them back on, he's still staring at the sea. Could it be there's something hormonal in his relationship to the Phasmid?
You mean pheromonal?
He seemed a little off for a man his age. Randy.
The scope, knowing of her bruises, his disposition toward Miss Orania. I see what you mean.
He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it is in his company?
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place. And the insect, maybe.
He looks at his notebook.
I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
They're going to be like, wait a minute, what the fuck does a Phasmid has anything to do with the killing? It's like, what does it have to do with the investigation, dudes? Are you going crazy?
No one would believe you without it.
We found some things in the Phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Okay, show him the ceramic helmet.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Show him the Oranien's passport.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80. This is an old man, at last. No longer a tin soldier, but the broken down remains of a man.
Did you take this passport and other papers from a boy on the coast?
The spirits.
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply. He's gone again.
Try something else? We got him back for a moment.
Okay, show him the detached scope.
I lost.
You lost it, Mr. Dross?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie Phasmid.
The lieutenant observes the lens sparkle in your hand.
This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
Okay, I'm going to let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
What if the Phasmid eat him? Okay. Use the boat to return to mainland. Let's go! Let's go. Oh, where the fuck am I going? Okay. It's 2:49 in the morning! I can't see shit. Where did I come from? Ah, there. It's funny because this is very Twin Peaks in a way. Okay. Let's run! Especially season 3. Season 3 of Twin Peaks was... If anyone think that this game is mad, they have to watch fucking season 3 of Twin Peaks. Oh my god. That was so out there. Amazing though. I love it.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
In fact, it was so funny because I was watching with my mom and we were like, what the fuck every episode, but at the same time we were like, we want to see more. I don't know why it was like so captivating. Like crazy. Let's return to the mainland. Let's go.
We are done here.
He says, adjusting his glasses as he looks out over the water.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Okay. What now? I don't know what I'm even doing here. What are these people?
Look what the tide brought him.
Says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilted his head. Jean Viquemar?
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the whirling in rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Wait, you're the man with sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
No one else seems bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant.
Fucking leave me alone.
Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Oh yeah, you.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Comar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
The fuck that Trent.
Hi.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you are again.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
He adds, suddenly regaining his confidence.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
Exactly, Kim. Believe in yourself.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
She says warmly, flashing the lieutenant the tiniest of smiles.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
I'm not going to say that. They don't need to know. What is this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
Yeah?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
3 in the morning, by the way.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit, kid. What an interesting moniker.
So Trine Hadelstam turns out to be special consultant Trine Hadelstam.
Yes, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I never said I wasn't Trent Heilerstam.
Wait, what's up with the kid then?
Mikhail? Mikhail's my son.
Oh yeah? What was up with all the interesting history? Spying on me?
No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
Yeah, sure. So, what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. Like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on.
So you mentioned a task force.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory, who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trent fucking Heidelstown, and Guillaume Bevy.
Who the fuck is Guillaume Bevy? He stares at you.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah, first, who is Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Okay, so what does the unit do?
It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
The 41st isn't...
He trails off, not wishing to finish a sentence. Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry.
He shifts his weight, crosses his arms, and looks you in the eye.
You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
It wasn't like that.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
All will burn, Satellite Officer Vikemar. Make no mistake about it.
Here we go. Alcoholic delirium. Visions. All must pay.
He shakes his head. How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Dare to defend. No, I'm not going to do that. I saved his establishment and still he betrays me.
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building. It was on fire.
Yeah, I lit it on fire. It was a poetic gesture.
I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trant? I told you it was our shit, kid.
It was beautiful, okay?
The line is from Lu Jiatun's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism, the titular returning character to ghost the apparition of... Good choice, Harry.
It's like, yeah, you know?
Don't encourage him, Trant.
Just shut up.
Okay.
So dupe again. No one's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scout leader, this. Turn to the lieutenant. Tell me at least you are who you said you were.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisuragi, still a lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Oh, Kim is the best. Maybe. You never know. Maybe he will betray me. You never told me you are not the horse-faced woman.
Lieutenant, my name is not horse-faced woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends.
I'm truly sorry, Officer Minot.
Okay, you're my commanding officer. I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
What's a shit kid?
You. Shit kid, that's you.
Fuck you.
Maybe you've deserved it.
Oh, fuck you. Rhetoric as well. Okay, none of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, pale, and so on.
Well, pale, I didn't know.
As displayed in the station call,
That's
our
fine.
interactions with
Now I
him,
know.
and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
I'm between this and this. And you know what? Drinking anyway is something so sad that I'm going to say that. Something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
So you don't remember not remembering. Beautiful.
True.
The two cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case and the Next World mural, those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
He had gestures towards the scenery.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world team, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
Wait, is he a cretin now? Wasn't I always a cretin?
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work.
A
If not in
cretin.
his previous leadership role,
I
then
like
as a
him
line
French
detective.
more.
Leadership now.
You know what? Fuck you, all of you. Yeah, fuck all of you. I don't want to be in your unit.
No, Harry. Fuck you.
No.
You already fucked
Fuck
us.
you.
I've already explained this shit to Price twice. To Berdyayeva 4 times. I'm your partner. I answer for you when you're not there.
Fuck you. I prefer Kim.
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
What now?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Just stand there?
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
I drove into the ocean when I was drunk.
Ah, so refreshing.
I'm going to be honest.
He
I don't
just
give a fuck.
admits it. Thank you for your
Oops,
honesty.
yeah.
Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip.
That's fine.
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got my badge right here.
He squints at it, suspiciously,
I have it.
trying to ascertain if it's not a blue candy wrapper or a piece of vinyl.
Okay. And your gun?
It's in my fucking hand, you blind piece of shit. There.
What is it with all these material objects?
I'm getting angry.
Here we go again. Lost gun, trying to terrorize you.
I kind of want to do this one. I already thought, gun, just repeat gun.
Yeah, gun. The thing that was given to you to kill people.
Gun? Behold all my guns. If anything, I need more hands. Show him your 2 pistols and 2 rifles.
I don't care about your collection. You hoarding freak. Is one of them your service weapon? I only want to know about that one gun.
Yeah, I got that. Show him the boring sidearm.
He has it. I thought it was in the ocean.
Fucking
You're
moron.
drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
I didn't lose my gun. I had my gun. Show him the gun.
We're not talking about the fucking gun anymore.
Well, he
We're
wanted to
talking
see
about
it,
the
right?
vaporized cloud of ethanol coming from your mouth.
Shut the fuck up.
This is so unfair. He knows you have the gun, and still he's punishing you.
So it doesn't even matter that I found my gun.
You were never supposed to lose it in the first place. Not lost is your gun's natural state, you drunk bum.
So what? I had a little drink.
A little drink? You smell like a corpse.
In fact, I have
I'm
no
downwind and I can
drink in the
barely
game
breathe.
for days.
You smell like shit.
Fuck
You let a suspect escape, Harry. Glacier something. Because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
Well, Kim was there as well.
We've read the reports. Lieutenant Kitsuhagis. We know.
No, taking her in was the right thing to do, I'm going to say. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh, well. If she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect. The one who shot herself. In the head.
Well, I failed that one, okay?
Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now. Doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote.
I fucking solved the crime and he's bothering me.
Compared to the 6 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
I fucking hate you.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot and survived only because of his armor. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
I'm going to say this. Yeah, it was a massacre. We got whipped. Or wiped. Whatever. Where the hell were you?
Don't make this harder for yourself.
No, let me make them feel guilty. He says in a lower voice.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
Yeah, you did. He brushes a straight strand of hair out of his eyes and coughs.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Yefretor Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge, that's all true. And he's been drinking on the job.
Kim, help me!
The man sighs deeply.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's...
Can you stop? He's petting me, like there while I'm on the floor.
It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist. He recently attempted to contact a coalition warship in order to assign la responsabilité, which is commendable, but also at odds with his own behavior.
Look, I was just trying to complete all my tasks.
Other still, he is also a Mazovian socio-economist who believes in liquidating the ruling class. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know, but he is vocal on both of them.
So funny this, like, you know, just being a moralist, but at the same time a revolutionary. That's life.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea,
Stop!
and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact.
Come on, start with that.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven.
Thank you.
Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke.
How do you know?
Which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Kim was sleeping? How did he know about that?
Okay, he did something.
Something?
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now,
But he's not
awaiting
very locked.
transportation. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Boom shakalaka, motherfucker! Oh, I love that one, but I'm not going to say it. Say nothing.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Not really.
Detective?
Kim, I don't know. Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits might be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
Well, I do have dementia as well. Oh, look at the beautiful moon.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
His tired eyes follows the photos. The lieutenant puts it away.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or
I'm
never.
not going to say that. What? No. The killer Lilianovich draws. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich.
Hey, Lilianovich.
Revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary matronym?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Oh, okay.
This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He killed a mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something?
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that.
It's way more than that. I'll win her back with this.
That's not how personal relationships work, Harry. You found a straggler, the first since the 30s, kudos. But that doesn't change anything.
Ah, come on.
It doesn't hide the smell of booze on the wind either.
He buttons his jacket. Ah, dude.
God damn it. It is bad. Even you can smell it.
Well, it goes away with a shower.
Chin up. Keep focusing on the
Yeah.
positives here.
The previous head of the Debardeurs Union was assassinated by our killer.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Evrard and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
The lieutenant lowered his voice just a little.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoticed.
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
I also look into the mystery of the Doom commercial area.
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is.
Rue de Saint-Guilain 10, a commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I look into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
Why not?
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Exactly, she did.
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
Yeah, I'm going to leave all the rest. So what do you say? Wanna take this hot shit back? Point to yourself.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
He shrugs.
So I have to. Jude,
Hey, Jude.
Honestly, anything that ends this trial is okay with me.
Yeah, it's also fucking 4 in the morning. A quick note.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Okay, am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No,
No, because the suspects seem to think.
you're too unstable to work for mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry.
That
No
makes
mob
sense.
boss would take you.
You know what?
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
Okay.
He would immediately backpedal out of it. I told you it's not that bad.
Thank you, Volition. The Phasmid. I need to tell Lena about this as ASAP.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Chamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about this Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
She looks at Vikemar.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
Yes.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part.
Well, you can say that, but not really. Even though they gave me the pheromone thing or whatever.
They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
True.
She is going to be over the moon. Watch out or she'll faint.
Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Okay, that makes sense.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Some chick? Who?
Dora something. Dora Ingerlund. Yeah, you mentioned the name.
Not Dora Dubois.
Wait, Dora Ingerland?
Something like that. Have Vazan.
Vasa is where beautifully and impossibly blonde people come from.
So we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
I thought it was even before that.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Ingerlund really tore you a new one.
Wow.
A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
No, I meant, what did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable.
Okay!
Beautiful bourgeois woman.
You fuck.
Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go home.
The sound has been down long time ago.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east.
The time is coming.
Hard
Right,
to
the
say
sun is
which
coming
came
out.
first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
Okay, okay.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, why I always say it wrong? What will you do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
Something is happening to Revachol. Okay, he takes a look around into the deepening shadows of the streets, then pull up his collar.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Okay.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind.
Want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
This truly came as a surprise to him.
Oh,
Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
I want you.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
The lieutenant turns very serious all of the sudden.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
He returns her smile.
He's really considering it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Good.
She looks at you, then Vikemar.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the night sky, the great district sleeps. A black chessboard of old wooden houses. 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, atop the motorway, to Boogie Street, forking into the darkened horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yes. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the RCM. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minot? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Ooh, why the end looks white? Oh. Me and my gloves. I look ridiculous. Wow! Oh, I finished it! Damn! crazy. Thank you, thank you. Wow, it took me like 15, 16 parts, something like that. I think 16. That was so good though. I'm so happy that I finished almost all the objectives. For sure, there are many things that I missed that I didn't do, but... Oh, what a good game. It was like... so funny, because I was trying to explain to some people what the game is about. When they were asking me, like, my friends and colleagues, they were asking me, what are you streaming now? And I'm like, oh, I'm streaming a game called Elysium. And they were like, oh, what's that about? And I'm like, how can I explain? I was like, it's an RPG, but it's more like, you know, when you have all your different voices in your head, and then you can put points on it, and then there is quite a lot of political background. And they were looking at me like, are you okay there? What the fuck are you playing? And I was like, but it's the best. It's so hard to describe if you don't experience it. It's just so good. And because I'm one of those people that I really want to finish stories, and I don't want to leave things open. Wow. Now I want to see all the credits. I don't care if it's late already. Good music. Anyway, no, it's not longer than the last stream of Chicken Police. I think that was one of my longer streams. Even though, well, I did once. Now what? Well, I'm going on holidays, so I don't think I'm going to stream anything starting very long. But my list of games, okay? Wait a minute. Let's go for it. So, I do have my listing here on my phone. I have Escape from Monkey Island and Tales of Monkey Island. A long break. Well, I have 2 weeks of holidays, but from the 17th. So I'm streaming next week, but then after I'm gone. Yeah, Escape from Monkey Island, Tales of Monkey Island. I could do... I never finished Ghostbusters, I mean the old one. I have also A Way Out and It Takes Two, but for that I need to play with someone. When you're ready for something as cerebral as this, I would suggest Citizen Sleeper. Oh damn it, stop adding things on my list. No. Okay. I will. I added it to my list. Okay. So, I was saying A Way Out and It Takes Two, but I need people for that. The Last of Us Part 1. I just bought it. Green Fandango. I can help with the Haze Life games. I never played them. Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be cool. I have them for like PC. So I always wanted to play A Way Out because I read that it's quite cool, you know, to play with 2 people. So Green Fandango, because I never played it like complete. I never finished it, so I was just thinking doing that. I need to finish still Little King Story. I never finished it, and also the problem of the Little King Story was I got like copyright strikes because it has like Mozart music, and I'm like, what the fuck? Game, whatever. Broken Swords. You know, Cromdor here in the chat, he bought them for me, so that was super nice. So I also need to play Broken Swords. I need to play the Dig. No, I didn't say the Dick, I said the Dig. Okay, good. And the Dark Side Detective, I played only episode 1, I never finished. I still need to play Maniac Mansion. I need to play Vampire. This is going to something you're going to love, Folly. I still need to do Alien Isolation. I'm sure that you're going to be so happy because you were bothering me about that today. Spirit of the North. Spirit of the North is also on my list. I want to play again Super Mario Galaxy. So I have like it's not a remake, they just like updated it to 1080p, so you know. So I wanted to play it again because I played it when it came out in 2006 and then I never played it again. And it was one of the best games ever, so I also have Hollow Knights, but I started to play it on my spare time, and I don't know if it would be really like a kind of like a streamable game. I mean, I don't think it would be too fun to watch me fall a lot of times. So, Bit Cop, I have that one, and I read that it has very good reviews, so I wanted to do that one. I do have Phoenix Wright, because thank you so much, Foley, for the gift for Christmas. I have Signalis. I have Scorn, that I was just thinking maybe to do Scorn next week, because it should be like 2 streams, so maybe I was just thinking of doing maybe Wednesday and Friday, maybe Scorn, and then just finish it. It shouldn't be longer than 4 or 5 hours. And I have Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and now I added Citizen Sleeper. And for sure, I have many more that I didn't add to my list, because it happens that, you know, there are games coming to like the PlayStation Plus, or The Quarry, for example. I forgot to add it to my list. There are many games that comes in the PlayStation Plus, or like the Game Pass. I have the Game Pass for PC, and I'm sure that there's so many games that I didn't think. Oh, and I wanted to do Detroit Become Human, like a second. Detroit Become Human, because this is the funny thing. So, it was one of the first games that I streamed on Twitch 2 years ago, by the way. And I was just thinking maybe it will run for Detroit. Yeah, I wanted just to do like, I went more for the pacifist ending, and then kind of at the end I fought a little bit, so I didn't end up like completely pacifist either. So it was kind of like in the middle. So I was just thinking, yeah, to do a run like, you know, different types, just to see the different endings, you know, like, yeah, maybe going all the way to war, or maybe go all the way pacifist and see everyone fucking die or something. That would be a nice thing to do. Also because, yeah, so I streamed it back then, and I think I didn't even have a camera when I streamed it. I don't know, because I checked my stream back. I completely forgot about that, and it's only my voice. So yeah, it could be nice to do it again. Kind of like as an anniversary, but I think it was when it was that I streamed Detroit Become Human. Let me see. Channel. Do I have it on a playlist? Oh yeah. I don't have it on a playlist. Wait, shut up. No, don't make noise. So, when was the date? 3rd of May! I love Citizen Sleeper, and it doesn't seem to be on many people's radar. No, nice. I'm going to check that out. Yeah, so I streamed Detroit Become Human on the 3rd of May. So that would be so cool. Coming back from my holidays and then do like an anniversary stream of Detroit Become Human after 2 years of Twitch. There you go. Criminally unknown. Nice. That would be a cool thing to do. Wow. Collage! What is it? What? Oh. Okay, accept. This mode contains spoilers. You. The destruction update. Edit. this is where I can put myself kissing. Oh my goodness. Wait, where is the kissing thing? And I can put kissing myself. Oh. What the fuck? Wait. Where it says you, and I'm clicking. Okay, I'm not going to do all this. It's late now. I'm done. Yeah. Yeah, it's a new collage edition that you can basically just change the characters and do like different scenes. For example, I can put in the whirling rags, apply, and then I can put myself there, like say here, with all the scenes basically. It's a recent feature they added. Yeah, you can make little dioramas, and then people were saying that you know, so you can basically play. Oh, look at the frames, and you can add characters. So place. So for example, I place Kim, and then if I want to edit him, and like people were doing like things like, what the fuck is he doing there? People were saying that, yeah, you can like put them to kiss, for example, and shit like that. But I need to find the kiss. Where is the kiss? What the fuck is this? Cookies like this. Now kiss, yeah. And I don't know where it is. Ooh. So sexy. Wait. Oh wait! Oh, I messed it up. Wait. Kim. Edit. There. Change. There. And then me. Okay. Edit. Sexy. Or maybe I'm sending him a kiss. There you go. Wow, look at those dance movements. Beautiful. Okay, well, I'll leave it there though. Get out. No, wait. How do I get out? Oh, you can put things. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to exit. Thank you very much. Wow. What an adventure though. What an adventure. I'm like fucking blown away. I cannot believe it. Like I finished this Elysium. I've been wanting to play this game for so long. So fucking long. In fact, it was just like when it was maybe 2 years ago. 3 years ago that I was on Twitch and I was like watching someone play in this game and I was like, that looks so fucking good. So only games beside Final Fantasy VII that makes me want to buy some art. Yes. Well, I wanted to buy some art of Red Dead Redemption as well because I really love that game. So wait, you were saying I wanted to go to Steam, so Citizen Sleeper. Now I'm curious. I'm not going to sleep anytime soon. Okay, I'm going to add it to my list. I don't suppose that I have it anywhere. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I was like, don't sleep on Citizen Sleeper. No, I added to my wish list. It's there now. Role-playing in the ruins of interplanetary capitalism. Oh, yeah. Most probably I will buy it if I buy it in a while, so then it doesn't clash too much. I don't think I have it on the Xbox thing, right? Let me check. Xbox app. I don't know, sometimes near top of list. Yeah, I think I'm going to maybe play something different for a while. And I normally do that, not to overdo. Wait a minute! I do have it already! I have it on the Game Pass! Forget about, like, I put, okay. Never mind. Not even need to buy it. To remove from wishlist. There you go. I do have it. Easy peasy. And this is why I did the Game Pass. And you know why it's crazy about the Game Pass? Like I paid for, like I just read that they remove it, but I paid €1 for the first month, and then I discovered that in fact I had a free month as well, because I have a Lenovo gaming PC, and it came with a 1 month free of the Game Pass. So I applied it now, so I pay €1 for the first month, and then my second month is for free, and then I will start paying like €10 per month. So, and once I was just doing the calculation of all the money that I would spend with the games that I want from the Game Pass, and I was like, I will need to have the Game Pass for like 6 years to spend the same amount of money. It's crazy. So I was like, okay, there you go. All good. So I played already from the Game Pass Unpacking. I play Coffee Talk. I'm playing on my spare time House Flipper. Don't charge me. Doom, have you played Norco? I didn't get far. Oh, what is Norco? Now I'm curious about so many games. Oh, Norco, included with the Game Pass. What is Norco? It's a text-based point-and-click adventure. Oh, okay. Another one to add on my list as well then. I have it also. Damn it. Okay, I added it to my list. And I'm going to install it so then I don't forget as well. Cool. This is great. I love suggestions of games. This looks very nice though. I love point and clicks. Norco is a text-based point-and-click adventure that immerses the player in the sinking suburbs and industrial swamplands of an increasingly surreal and distorted South Louisiana. Nice. Cool. Keep them coming. Oh, and also the Game Pass is great that it gives you also the time, like how long to beat, by the way, is put with the Game Pass. And it says main story 5 hours, main and extra 7 hours, completion is 7 hours, and old style 6 hours. So it has 35 achievements. Very nice. Thank you for the suggestion. And Citizen Sleeper's completion is 11 hours. Okay, not as long then as Disco Elysium, as you can see. I have a problem. With long games. Cool. Thank you so much. Supposed to be great, but the set as part that Norco played soon after paled in comparison. Okay. Oh, well. It's, I love, anyway, all games. Unfair to Norco, yeah. Like, games should be like analyze, on their own. It's not nice to compare anyway. Like, you can enjoy experiences. I hate those kind of things that people like, oh, this game is too similar to this one, so there's no point in playing. And I'm like, well, but that's life, right? Like, they cannot be like everything completely different. Like, it's so hard to make something unique. And while it's an enjoyable experience and there is a lot of work on it doesn't matter. Like, I remember from all the things for example, a game like Phasmophobia came out, right? And then people were like, oh, what's the point of playing the other game similar to it? And I'm like, well, because they have differences and you can enjoy the differences, from the other games. So I don't have a problem with that. And especially for me, the most important part of a game is like the story. If the story is good, I enjoy it anyway. Like, even if it's similar to something else, or even if it's a little bit clunky, or like, not, sometimes that some things are not very well done. As long as the story is good, for me, that's what it matters. I'm a very, like, story person, so I love stories in games. I suppose it's my past of point-and-click adventure games that was the main thing, right? Like, not only puzzles, but the story, so. But yeah, I'm going to bed now. Put up with a lot of junk if the story is good. Exactly. Yeah. It's fine, like, if they put, like, the story is already putting love on it, right? Like, a game that is only mechanics, like, it's mostly, like, it's good, like, I mean, that's work anyway, but, the mechanics is much easier to create than a story. An interesting story especially, and, a well-researched story is completely different. And I was to think of Disco Elysium. You can see there was a lot of love on this game. Lot of it. So, but yeah, I'm going to bed. Thank you so much, JSteel M2 and Folly, for being in the chat and for helping me with the Disco Elysium. So thank you so much for your help. I think I would have messed up so much more if you guys wouldn't have been there. But I'm happy. I made it to the end and almost with no loose ends, so I'm so happy that everything came out quite as good. And so I will be then seeing you Sunday for more Mafia 3. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, Mafia 3. Thank you so much, and see you soon then. Bye bye.